Welcome to the Mystic Access Podcast, where the magic is in learning.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Mystic Access Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Kim.
And I'm Lisa.
And I just wanted to say that this podcast is dedicated in memory of my dog, Oreo, who we lost on Wednesday. He had a happy life, and any of our tutorials or podcasts, if you hear dog tags, they were his. So he will live on forever in some form of audio recording. On that cheerful note, Lisa has something to discuss.
We get a lot of calls and questions about the various products that Mystic Access offers. And so we thought that once a month or so, we would take some time and go into a little bit of depth about them. And we all have this speaker. It is the iFox IF-D8 speaker. And this is a nifty little thing. It's probably about the size, a little larger than your average paperweight. It is a 6-watt speaker, so it puts out a nice amount of power. It has a lovely speaking voice.
Bluetooth mode.
And its various functions do indeed speak. The one thing that is a little off-putting to some people is that this device uses touch controls. The top face of the speaker is triangular. So basically you do different functions by touching the 3 corners of the triangle. I think sometimes we overcomplicate this whole touch controls thing. Pretty much if you can find a corner of a triangle, you can use this speaker because each control is on one corner. And it's just a matter of locating the correct corner and tapping on that corner to get your device to play. This comes with the tutorial, and it sells for $55. And we are happy to answer any questions you might have about it. It's just a really nice, sturdy little speaker. It has 3 little foam rubber feet on the bottom. It will connect via Bluetooth or line in, line out. It has a radio. It has playback by means of a micro SD card. There are lots of things that you can do. This is a very versatile speaker. I've been using it lately. I will use it with my phone and play my workout playlist on it. And it is loud enough and it's clear for my needs. It has a nice sound. And that's pretty much in a nutshell the iFox speaker that we offer. And of course, our tutorial comes with it. It comes on an SD card. You'll get it with your speaker, and it will give you all the information you need to get up and running. If by chance you want to purchase them separately, you can do that. You can just get the tutorial from us, either as a download or on the SD card, and it will give you what you need to know to either get started with the speaker or decide if it is a good choice for you.
Yeah, I really like it because it's made out of a lot of metal. There's a lot of aluminum, I suppose, parts to it. It's just very high quality for the price. And as Lisa showed, the voice is very clear. And I had a lot of fun doing the tutorial on it because it is quite unique in all the functionality that it offers. So if you're interested, definitely check it out and call or email us if you have questions about it.
The next thing that we are going to demonstrate, and we're going to demonstrate this live, so if it falls flat on its face, well, it falls flat on its face.
Due to the magic of audio editing, it shall rise again.
Yes, absolutely.
So for all the pauses and stuff like that, you know, if it takes us 20 minutes to do this, then you won't hear them. But what I have in my hand is an Echo button. And it is a button. So if you can hear that, that's me pressing the button. And it's used for like games. So they tout it as Echo Buttons, an Alexa gadget. So you can play specific games and stuff like that. It comes in packs of 2, and I don't know if you can get more than 2 in a pack, but it comes in packs of 2. In this box, there's also, the other button, and then there's 4 AA batteries in a package, and hopefully we didn't lose them. Here they are. If you flip the button on its bottom, or on its face on the button, you will find a latch that you can use to pull the battery off, and it has 4 feet. But don't do what I did and try and pull the latch off, because you will not be successful. In the email, they tell you to, put the batteries in, but they don't tell you that it's screwed closed. So it's got a latch, little button latch, and there's a little screw right to the right of the latch. And you take your very, very, very small, unfortunately, I don't know the technical terms for it, but a very, very small Phillips screwdriver, and you unscrew the screw. And if I had done this live without actually looking for this screw, we would be waiting here for 20 to 30 minutes while I'm trying to pry the thing off, and that wouldn't work out too well. So I'm unscrewing this button here, and that should be, nope, it's not. Let's see. And you can feel it when you unscrew it enough that the latch does come up. And apparently I haven't unscrewed it as much as I should have. But you can feel the battery compartment lift.
Loosening.
Yes, there it is. Now it is. I was going to say, I thought for a minute that the screw fell out. The screw will not fall out of the hole. So I thought when I flipped it up that it was an issue, but it's apparently not. And it takes AAA batteries, again, that it comes with, and you get 4 of them because you get 2 buttons. So
How big are these buttons?
You can fit one in the palm of your hand.
Okay.
I've never seen a game show button. I assume that they look like a game show button.
And they are color changing too, which is neat.
Yes. So if it's a game that requires color, you probably, if you don't have any vision, you probably won't be able to play it.
Well, I don't think the game requires color. I think it's for when you press the button, it changes colors.
Ah, okay.
If I understand properly.
Yeah, you probably are understanding properly. So we're going to take let's see, there's still paper on this battery, and that's not good. We're going to try that standard thing where I want to say negative part of the battery. So if I get it wrong, I'm wrong, but it's the flat part, not the part with the point. I think that's negative, and the pointy part is positive. So I'm going to take the flat part and put it on the spring, against the spring on both. And instead of one being opposite to the other, they're both on the same side. So it's kind of like if anybody's had the Amazon Echo remote, the batteries, I believe, are the same way. It's not, opposite. The spring is on one end, and on the other end, they're both on the same end. If you hold the button with the latch on the top, the flat ends are on the left side and the pointed ends are on the right side. So we're going to close this back up here, and we are going to screw this together, screw this shut. You push the battery cover on and make sure that it latches, and you'll feel your screw is still sticking up a little bit, and you take your screwdriver and screw it into place. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to tell our A friend here to connect Echo buttons. Connect Echo buttons.
Okay, press and hold the echo button for up to 10 seconds until it glows orange. Pairing may take up to a minute, and the button will turn blue once paired. You can also pair or unpair an echo button in the Alexa app under the Bluetooth settings of your Echo device.
Okay, I pressed and held it for the 10 seconds while she was speaking.
Your
And
Echo button is paired.
there we
There
go.
you
Don't ask me to set up another button or play games with your Echo buttons.
So let's play a game.
Do you want me to set up the other Echo button? I mean, off.
No, just leave it. We know how one works. I mean, I don't think we'd need to, do we?
Probably
Unless, I mean, the only reason we might want to is to know, we assume she distinguishes them and knows one's one and
not.
one's
I would think so, yes.
another.
Okay, let's go. What games can I play with my Echo button?
Here are some games you can play with your Echo buttons. Do you want to give Honogram a try?
No.
Would you like fourth down football trivia with Philip Rivers?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm having trouble accessing your fourth down football trivia with Philip Rivers skill right now.
Let's go. Play Trivial Pursuit.
Welcome to Trivial Pursuit Tap, the game where you finally get to use all that useless knowledge you've been collecting over the years. How many players do you have?
1.
This game only supports between 2 and 4 players. How many
Oh,
players do you have?
2.
Everyone playing should grab an Echo button. Now, I need to register them one at a time.
Oh,
Tap the button until it lights up, then repeat for the rest.
let's go. Cancel.
Have a nice day.
So,
we're going to have to register the other Echo button.
hold, please.
We will return to this podcast once Christy does the other button.
Okay, we are back, and our Echo button second Echo button is paired. One thing I did want to mention, as soon as she started to tell me to press the Echo button and that it would turn orange, I started to press and hold the button. And I kept it pretty much held until she was speaking. That's probably about 10 seconds. And then it took, maybe another 5 to 7 seconds or so, and I'm just kind of guesstimating at this point, to get the your button is now connected thing. You're able to connect your Echo buttons without any sighted assistance. Now let's go back in, play Trivial Pursuit. Let's go. Launch Trivial Pursuit.
It's time to play Trivial Pursuit Tap, a game that begins by seeing how well you can count. How many players are there?
2.
Everyone playing should grab an Echo button. Now, I need to register them one at a time. Tap a button until it lights up, then repeat for the rest.
And that little sound that you heard was, I guess, the button lighting up, so it did register.
We have.
There's the second one.
That looks like everybody. Do you need to hear the rules for how to play?
Yes.
To win Trivial Pursuit Tap, you must be the first player to correctly answer 6 questions in different categories in the final challenge question. When I ask a question, the first player to buzz in can answer the question. If they get it correct, they get the chance to answer additional bonus questions. An incorrect answer brings the next question back to all players. Say start to begin a new game, or say repeat to hear the rules again.
Start.
Time to play. Remember to wait for the buzzing sound. To finish, before giving your answer, the first category is nature and technology. What miracle Chinese animal cubs, the only known surviving triplets, celebrated their first birthday on July 29, 2015?
And I just press the button, and the answer is, I don't know.
That is incorrect. What miracle Chinese animal cubs, the only known surviving triplets, celebrated their first birthday on July 29, 2015?
And I just pressed the second button, and I still don't know, but the one button was in the left hand and the other button was in the right hand, but I just wanted to show how this works.
It's okay. I didn't know that one, either. The answer is pandas. The next question is for all players. The next category is sports and hobbies. In which event did snowboarder Shaun White fail to medal, dashing his hopes for a three-peat?
Let's go. Cancel.
Have a nice day. Because you played Trivial Pursuit Tap, I recommend another popular knowledge and trivia skill called Sports Jeopardy. Want to try it?
No. Let's go. What games can I play with my buttons?
Here are some games you can play with your Echo buttons. Do you want to give Party Foul a try?
Yes.
Launching Party Foul. When you're ready to quit, just say, Alexa, stop. Welcome to Party Foul, the game where I ask each of you about a funny and sometimes embarrassing thing you may have done, and we'll see how well you really know one another. Good luck. How many players will be playing today?
2.
Righto. Now, can each of you grab and then press one button, please? What's up, player 1?
So player 1 is the left hand.
And that's player 2. All right then, each round begins with a player in the hot seat. If your button turns green, that's you.
Ooh.
Player 1, you're in the hot seat. Press your green button when you're ready to start.
Okay.
Everyone, hide your buttons. Player 1, is it true you have burped while kissing someone?
No.
Press your button to toggle between yellow for yes or pink for no.
Oh, wow.
Everyone else, press your buttons to vote for how you think player 1 will answer. Let's see how well you guess. Let's see how that worked out. Everyone reveal your buttons.
This is the game where they turn colors.
I was wrong.
Oh dear, not a match. Have you two even met before?
Let's go.
I'll give...
Stop. So apparently
No
that
worries. See you
game
later.
won't play if you have no vision.
Or you probably could do it if you knew which was pink and which was, what was the other one?
Right.
No, because it's going to show a color, and there was no, your button is what you're supposed to press.
Yeah, but it said it toggled
Yeah.
between
That's
pink and
Pink
yellow.
and yellow or
I guess that's-
something.
I guess that's true.
And
Yeah, so if pink was
Okay.
first and yellow was twice, then you know press it twice for yellow for no.
Okay,
right.
should we go?
And the other thing you could do, in theory, I wonder, is use one of the color identification apps
That's
or
a good
devices.
point, like that rainbow one that's on Amazon for $99.
Oh, that's a
The color
That's
identifier.
yeah, that's an
Yeah.
identifier. Yeah,
That's
you can use an app. too.
that's not a bad idea, actually. That's kind of cool.
It might be hard though in gameplay because
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
so fast.
yeah,
is fast.
fast. So shall we try one more random game and see what it does?
Sure.
Okay, let's go. What games can I play with my buttons?
Here are some games you can play with your Echo buttons. Would you like to try Button Monty?
Yes.
Oh, I love this game. We'll need 2 players for this. We'll call one the watcher and the other the trickster. Before we start, trickster, how many buttons do you want to use?
1.
Now, we'll need at least 2 buttons.
Uh-oh.
Before we start, trickster, how many buttons do you want to use?
I don't think we can. 2.
We'll try it.
Great. Now, please press each of those 2 buttons in turn.
That's 1.
How you do?
That's 2.
Got 'em. Moving on. Watcher, keep an eye on the red button. Trickster, shuffle the buttons around. Watcher, as soon as the buttons turn green, press the one you think was the red button. Good luck.
Oh,
Oh, this is like the
See?
shell game.
Yeah, cute.
neat. Okay, so we're playing. We're. Doot, 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 doot.
Ran out of time there, Watcher.
Oh,
Oh.
you've only got so much time.
Oh, interesting.
Encore!
Yeah, it doesn't really give you any indication when
No,
you've
it doesn't.
turned.
Right.
Cute music, though.
Yeah, very cute.
That's kind of stop.
See you later, alligator.
So you could do this with mixed success. It could be fun to just play with if you want to spend the $20, and if you have a friend and you want to play, or
Mhm.
someone in your household.
That's neat. Though.
The
If you-
concept is cool. Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
cool.
if you had 4 buttons and you wanted to play that Lisa's shell game thing,
You
then
wouldn't even need 4 though. Only the
No.
trickster has the buttons.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but the more, I mean, it would probably be easier to follow visually if you only had 2. So
Yeah.
I wasn't really sure.
Yeah.
I was just moving them around, and I didn't know that you were supposed to. Yeah.
This is me kind of being the curmudgeon, or maybe just being curious. Am I correct in assuming that this doesn't have any other applications other than to play games?
Correct.
But I think especially if you have kids or something, they're
Absolutely.
very into this. This would be a fun thing. And it'll probably be like you just have to do some experimentation to find out what games you can play and which ones maybe not so much.
Even if you do a lot of entertaining, this would have been awesome at our New Year's party.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of alcohol was involved, and there were a lot of us, and that could have potentially been entertaining to say the least.
Maybe
So-
they should make like waterproof protective sleeves
Yes,
for your
yes.
buttons or something.
That's
I don't
probably
know.
not a bad idea.
But they're really cool buttons. But yeah, I mean, they're for gameplay, and that the name kind of suggests that they're Echo buttons and Alexa gadget.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It kind of tells you that they're just.
But you never know. They're so new.
exactly.
I would not be surprised if Amazon came out with lots of interesting things you could do with your buttons. Why not turn an Echo button, God forbid, into a dash button that you could press to
Oh.
reorder something?
Well, when you first talked about them, I was like, oh, is that like so you can order stuff? That could be dangerous.
Yes.
I bumped it
That's
and
Not a good idea.
no,
no.
no. Just kind of an aside here. As you may have discovered already, and if you haven't, please rewind this podcast and seek maybe medical attention. This one is a little heavy on the demo side. That is because we are hard at work on some things that we are not really ready to announce or disclose yet. I was thinking that we could have called this podcast Shh, because there are just some things that we can't talk about yet, and we will be announcing those over the next few weeks. Also, because it is still kind of that after the holiday season, we wanted to share with you some of what we got around the holidays. You may have money that you've received from the holidays or gift certificates. I have spent most of mine. I still have part of one hanging around, so that's always fun. But we thought that we would bring you kind of a variety of gadgets this time.
Yes, we love our gadgets. And I know you happen to get some nice warm weather gadgets with some of your holiday money for enjoyment and for keeping us warm in this cold winter so far.
Yes, one I've had for a couple years, and then the other one was something I got, and this was really cool. I had gotten mine on QVC, and they were doing a deal at the time where it was kind of like you bought one set and then you got the second set, unless you need two different gifts and you already have these, is kind of a neat way of you get to keep one for yourself and give one away. So we'll be talking about those in relation to some of the cold weather we've had. This time of year, when the temperatures plummet and I have to go out, I have 3 goals: stay safe, stay warm, and get back inside as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about the third goal, but I want to tell you about ways that I have found to stay safe and stay warm. And these are 2 products that sort of go together, not because they are necessarily related to one another, but because they are both helpful in winter weather. First, let's talk about staying safe. I find that I have particularly bad balance on ice. Snow isn't too much of a problem, but when it thaws and then it freezes again, or when we have an ice storm, I just have never really been able to walk on it with anything closely resembling finesse. I tried the rubber cleats that go on your shoes, and I had lots of problems with them. First of all, they didn't stay on, and they only covered my toes. Now, you would think that would be enough. Unfortunately, my coordination on ice is bad enough that my toes could stay firmly affixed and my heels would still slide. I don't quite know how I managed it. I think it must be a special talent, and one I wish I did not possess. The other thing is these cleats had sharp little spikes, and I was very afraid of possibly sliding or trying to correct a fall and stepping on my guide dog's paw with one of these. I think it would be quite excruciatingly painful to be on the other end of that. Some years back, I heard about Yaktrax, and they've been a big help. If you're doing an online search for them, they are spelled Yaktrax, and it's one word. Picture a rubber kind of webbing that fits onto your shoe and has lines that crisscross the bottom of your shoe. This is sort of round, tubular rubber. Then, around the rubber, there has been wrapped wire. So it's all very sturdily made. It's not like the wire will come undone. But the wire is essentially what grips into the ice or snow. I find that these fit on my shoe and stay on well. There are different sizes, and it is advised that if you're wearing them over standard size shoes, you go with your shoe size. If you wear them over boots or larger shoes, you might want to go up one size. For example, I think the ones that I had were for size 4 and 5, and I wear a size 5 shoe, so I got the next larger ones, and they fit well on winter boots and on sneakers, things like that. The only disadvantage to the Yaktrax is that when you get inside a building, or close to being inside a building, you must remove them immediately. It's okay if you wear them and you're walking on carpet. However, walk with them on wood, tile, marble, linoleum, any surface like that, and you will find that you rather instantly possess dancing and acrobatic and gymnastic abilities you never wanted. In other words, you will slide. So it's vitally important to take them off before you walk on uncarpeted surfaces. They do come in a small bag, which is really nice because if you take them off and they're wet or they have salt on them, you can just slip them into the bag and then take care of them when you get back home. The other little winter item that I found, and I've heard about these for years, and finally got a pair this year, and they have a strange name. They are called ear bags, and if you search for them, all one word, you'll find them. We have a link to the kind that I got on Amazon. If you need something special, you can go to earbags.com. When I say special, I mean they have ones that attach to helmets if you're doing motorcycling and snowmobiling. They have ones that will accommodate hearing aids, etc. They come in large, medium, and small, and basically they are earmuffs without the band that goes over your head. Now, before you say, nope, I don't wear earmuffs, blind people and earmuffs do not go together, that was kind of what I thought as well. But these are fairly thin and fairly warm. They're fleece on the outside, and they're lined with Thinsulate on the inside, which is a material that's often used to line gloves. And I heard people saying, oh, they're so warm, but I really felt like I don't care how warm they are if I can't hear. But I was very delighted to find that I could indeed hear. As I said, they come in a variety of sizes and colors. From reading reviews online, what I learned is that small generally work best for children, and medium work well for most adults. If someone seems to have especially large ears, he or she could use the large size, and there is a measuring guide on the site so that you could measure ears. You can use these with wireless earbuds. Also, you can wear earrings with these, but they can't be overly large or dangly. The way that they fit, essentially, is that they snap onto your ear. They are a little hard to describe as far as their appearance, but there is a kind of firm ring around the outside, and you slip that over the top of your ear, and you kind of snap it down against your ear. Now, you do feel a little bit of a pinch along the top of your earlobe when you wear them. To me, it's not a deal breaker. It's not overly painful, and I am aware of it, but I think once I wear them for long enough that I will easily get used to them. Both of these products are available through Amazon and other sources. We will link to them on Amazon. If you have hesitation or doubts about whether these might be for you, because not everything is for everyone, I would encourage you to read the product reviews and see what other people have to say about them and see if you think they would meet your needs. Since I can't always get out of the cold of winter, I'm very happy that there are products that make dealing with the winter a little bit more safe and a little bit more comfortable. I hope that you too stay safe and warm out there.
Just so that you are aware that in the show notes, when we do these little demos too, and if you wanted to purchase the Echo buttons or an Echo or whatever.
Or a set of earbags or something lovely for yourself.
Exactly. We have links to these products, and they go back to our Amazon affiliate link. So if you click the link within the show notes and purchase the product from Amazon, we get a small cut. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention, and that's one way to kind of donate without donating, actually.
Yeah. And we use that to bring you podcasts and information and do really, really exciting things like pay for server space and
hosting.
Exciting.
Yeah, it's just great.
That kind of stuff.
WordPress plugins, fun things like that. But it does really help us out. So if you're interested in ordering that way, we appreciate when you order from our links because it does give us a little bit of a cut.
And Kim's got something to demo for us that is lots more fun than your average WordPress plugin.
So true. And lots more beneficial and useful, at least in terms of my face. This is another Kim's Beauty secret. And I'm kind of excited about this one. I had to tell Lisa pretty much quickly once I got it, because if you all might remember, some of you enjoyed the demo I did in the summer for the PopSonic Cool Mist device that I showed earlier in the year. Or last year. It was last summer. And that was just a cool device. And PopSonic has a lot of cool things out. They have toothbrushes, but one of their bigger claims to fame is what they call the Leaf, L-E-A-F, like a leaf on a tree. Well, they have a mini version of the Leaf called the Leaflet. And I actually got one of those for Christmas, and I was terribly excited about it and had to tell Lisa because she and I were having a conversation after I did the Cool Mist demo about, oh, wouldn't it be cool to see this and see how interesting and cool it is? Well, I never dreamed I'd actually get one. It wasn't something I was going to buy myself because you may remember the Clarisonic Mia demo that I did recently on the podcast. And I thought, well, I already have a facial device. I don't really want to spend money on another one when mine works great. Well, I have to say, as much as I love my Mia, this is my new favorite. I love this thing. It is called the PopSonic Leaflet, as I said. This came from QVC. And as Lisa was just talking about those lovely sets of 2, that's actually how mine showed up. My mom bought me this for Christmas, and it came in a set of 2. So buy one for her, get one for me. It was a good deal all the way around. She loves hers. I love mine. It's a great thing. It fits in the palm of your hand. It's probably no more than a couple inches across. One side is kind of rectangular-ish, but it has kind of rounded sides. It's got kind of a rubberized feeling on top. It's made out of a sturdy, durable plastic. There's a flat portion on the bottom where you can actually sit it upright. And there is where there is a kind of oval-looking rubber gasket type thing, or rubber stopper that can pop out. It's hinged, and you kind of have to go to either side. There's a little corner on either side of it. Pull those corners up, it'll pop out, and there's a micro USB port down there. That's how you charge. The amazing thing about this, it's a facial device, and the top part is made out of silicone. The very top of the unit is pointed like the end of a leaf, or the rectangular portion or point on a leaf. Basically, what's nice about this is it's waterproof. As long as you have that gasket firmly in place after you've charged it, you're good to go. But this thing will hold charge for a long, long, long time. People have said, I use mine every day and it's been 6 months and I've not had to charge it. So in terms of travel, that's amazing. It comes in a really nice sturdy box, and it comes with a micro USB cable. Although any standard micro USB cable will do just fine to charge it. I was talking about how the bottom has that flat portion where the micro USB cord goes in, or the micro USB plug. If you move upward from that, on one side of it, you're going to see 3 buttons. One's a plus, one's a minus, and the one in the middle is the power button, the on and off button. It's a little hard to tell because they're so flush, or not even flush, but they're kind of carved into the button, the rubber buttons. These buttons are all made out of rubber. It's hard to tell which is plus, which is minus, but you'll be able to tell in a minute. I'll show you how to know whether you're moving up in terms of a higher frequency. This is sonic technology, so it moves across your face and it gets rid of all the dirt and grime and grease and nastiness. It removes makeup. It removes all the nastiness of the day. You can also use it to help to bring in your moisturizers after the fact. So you can use it for cleansing, you can use it for moisturizing. It washes off just with a little soap and water. It comes completely clean. If you move up from the buttons, there are 2 different sides, and they're all covered with silicone, the front and the back. One side is rounded, and one side is flat. You can use it for massage. You can also use it just for cleansing. And there are so many different little points on it. The silicone is nice and soft. And I doubt you can hear me. I'm kind of pressing on it, but it's very soft. It's very gentle. You don't have to press in on your face. It does not irritate your face at all. So it's really nice in that regard. So you can use the rounded side or the flat side, or you can do a little bit of what I do and use both during your cleansing session with it. And you can put your cleanser directly on it, or I just tend to put my cleanser on my face and then just put a little bit of water on, and then I can utilize this thing and use it. But here's what's cool about it. There's a couple of cool things about it. So you've got your sides. You've got all sorts of different points and round places that can get into all the little nooks and crannies and crevices of your face. So like in on the sides of your nose and under your nose. And you can even use it on your eyes. Very, very gently use it on your eyelids and right under your eyes. And it works great. But I want to show you how cool this is. I'm just going to turn it on. That's the middle button. So there are 3 in a row. And the middle button is power. It always goes to the middle setting. That's as low as it goes. Now I'm going to wait just a second because I want to show you something. It has different cycles, so it goes on and off about every 30 seconds. I'm pressing the other button. That is as high as it goes. And you can tell they're very distinctive in terms of their audio. I'm just pressing the buttons and showing you. And this will go for about 3 minutes if you don't turn it off. And it definitely vibrates. There's a great deal of vibration here when you're holding it in your hand. There's nothing to say you couldn't use it in the shower on your face. It's just a very nice, very powerful thing. These came from QVC, but you can get them other places as well. And I'll probably link to Amazon if I can find a good link to show you guys this. It's less expensive than the Mia. And for my money, or in this case for my mom's money, because she bought it for me as a gift, I think it's even more effective. And I don't say that lightly because I've used the Sonic facial cleansing systems for about 7 years now. And I love this thing. And I charged it up completely when I got it. I'm just going to move it back down. I think that's as high as it goes. And that's probably about the middle. And I'm just going to let it finish running its course here so you can see how long it actually runs. But you can turn it off at any point by pressing the power button again. But it's just a magnificent little device. And there it goes. That's actually as long as it goes. So maybe that was only 2 minutes. But about every 20 to 30 seconds, it turns off. So you can do different pieces or parts of your face with it if you choose to do it that way. So it's a really great device. And as I said, you just rinse it off with soap and water, a little bit of soap and water when you're done. And you are golden. And it's so cute and so small. You can put it in your purse. And it's just a great, fun little device. I'm so pleased with it. And I will provide a link. Mine is pink. You can get other colors as well. And I'm just very, very, very pleased with it. And the fact that you hardly ever have to charge it, I think, is a big bonus as well. You didn't hear this, but we were talking just a moment ago. This is edited out, but we were talking just a minute ago. Chris and Lisa were both saying to me that they had a little trouble distinguishing. They really couldn't tell when the sound was going up and down. In person, it's very evident, especially if you're a musician, you'll hear it go completely down the scale with sharps and flats and everything. So it's kind of fun in that regard, but you'll know by how much vibration you're getting in your hand, because you're kind of holding it in your hand where the buttons are and then putting the silicone up against your face. So you'll know that way. And you'll know that it always defaults to this middle position. So that can help you as well to kind of get an idea. It is doable, certainly. And it does vibrate more the more you move up and a little less as you move down. So that'll help you as well. So even if you were deafblind, it would be very easy to utilize this because of all the vibration, and you could tell pretty distinctly where you were in terms of vibration. And you'll also know just by pressing it up against your face. So it is probably much easier to distinguish in person, but it is very, very evident.
So thank you all for joining us with our gadgets and demo presentations. And
yeah, we hope we found something that you liked among all our goodies and something that will entertain you in the new year. And really, we just hope your new year is starting out great because it's still fairly early in the year. So we hope you're having a great one.
take care, everybody. Bye.
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 The preceding podcast is a presentation of Mystic Access, where the magic is in learning. To contact us, please visit www.mysticaccess.com. Call us 716-543-3323 and press 2 to reach our Mystic Access podcast comment line. Email us at show@mysticaccesspodcast.com and follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/mysticaccess. Would you like to spread the word about our podcasts? Please tell your friends and colleagues to visit us at www.mysticaccesspodcast.com. If you enjoy what you hear on our podcasts, feel free to leave us an iTunes rating and review. We certainly appreciate those. Also, you may feel free to use our podcasts in your own RSS feed. Just be sure that all of our contact information is left intact. Thanks for spreading the word, and thanks for listening. We hope that you have enjoyed this episode.